What's up, everybody? Welcome back to AR Movie Memos. We are about to get into the new review of 28 Years Later. Film being directed by Danny Boyle, written by Alex Garland, starring Aaron Taylor Johnson, Jack O'Connell, Alfie Williams, Jodie Comer, and Ray Fiennes. Now, with this film, this is the third installment of the franchise. The first one was 28 Days Later. The second one was 28 Weeks Later. But the first one was directed by Danny Boyle and written by Alex Garland. They did not participate in the second film, so it is great to see them back for the third installment of the franchise. And after seeing this film, it was worth the wait. Now, this film picks up, just like the title, 28 years after the events from the first two films. Now, to give a brief synopsis of the film, they basically show the evolution of the virus over the last 28 years, though how mankind is still handling the virus itself. And we follow Johnson and Williams' character, which is a father-son duo named Jamie and Spike. And the father, Jamie, is preparing his son Spike to take him out on a trial run to see if he will be able to survive out in the infected world. His son Spike has lived on an isolated island with a lot of kids his age, and he knows nothing of the world that he is about to be introduced to. And there are a few more things to the plot, but I would rather for you to watch the movie and be surprised by watching it instead of me telling you about it, because some of it is slight spoilers and some of them are major spoilers. Now, early on in the film, going back to Johnson and Williams' characters, I love seeing their dynamic as their father and son dynamics throughout the film. With the father, Jamie, who is trying to get his son prepared for the world and for him to be prepared to hunt and kill and be ready for anything that will be thrown his way, compared to his son Spike, who think he is ready until he actually goes out there and he doesn't know how to handle himself in certain situations, but he's trying to meet the approval of his father. And with the son Spike, who is played by Williams, he is written excellent, because early on in the film you feel bad for him, you feel sympathetic, you want him to get everything going and so he can, live up to the expectations of his father. But then later on you will be so frustrated with his character, and then later on in the film your emotions go up and down with him, and I feel like it was a great character piece with him, with how they wrote him. Because it got to a point when I realized watching the film, like, well, he's only a kid, and I kind of forget that, but in the world and the environment that he's in, he needs to grow up faster and he needs to be more quick on his feet. And also with Johnson and Williams, they have probably one of the most intense scenes throughout the entire film with one of the infected. And one of the cool things that you see in this film, you see the evolution of the infected. You see that they are stronger, faster, they work together as in groups, and other things that you will see throughout the movie. I love the eeriness of the environments when they are out in the woods and out in the open, and the tension that leads up to certain scenes. Boyle does a phenomenal job directing this film, from the camera shots that he chooses from the close-up shots to the wide shots to the overhead shots. And with some of the new innovations that he is using with the iPhones, with a lot of the camera angles and some of the shots that he has within this film are really breathtaking and a sight to see. But from the cinematography to the makeup, the special effects, the technical aspects of everything, it all comes together and you get a wonderful horror science fiction thriller with this film. There is a lot to praise this movie about, and like I said earlier, I don't really want to give too much away. I feel like you should watch it and experience it for yourself. There are a few things that I didn't really care for, but it didn't really bug me too much in the movie. But like I said, it kind of falls within spoiler territory. So without really giving anything away, one of just my only issues is just with some of the tones and how it switches up throughout the film. It will catch you off guard, because with certain scenes and sequences, I was just like, man, like, is this even the same movie that I'm watching? But even for that negative that I have, it made me go back to the first 28 Days film and realize that even in that film, they switched tones throughout the film, and even just with the type of film that you're watching, because even though the first movie was a zombie-esque infection apocalyptic film, but it turned into something else towards the middle and the end of the movie, and it does the same thing in this movie. But I appreciate what they did. But with my overall verdict, this was one of my most anticipated films of the year, and I feel like this movie lived up to it. I can't wait to see what they do next with this franchise and see where it goes. But from the writing, the directing, all the behind the scenes, from the technical side that goes into the makeup, the action sequences, the cinematography, everything lived up to what I was kind of wanting out of this movie, and the things that I was not even expecting that wanted me to see more of this universe play out within the future. So once again, I would recommend you guys to watch this movie, and if you do see it in theaters, try to watch it on the biggest screen that you can, especially for the audio and for the visual purposes. I don't know if this is showing in IMAX, but if it is, I would recommend you just to spend a little extra money just to get that experience of watching it. And thank you guys again for listening to this review. If this is your first time coming to the channel, thank you for just even coming to the channel, listening to this review. And we do also offer other reviews on the channel, not just with movies, but with television shows, and we also give you the most updated news within the movie and television realm as well. And if you're like what I'm doing on the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you can get updated with all the news and reviews on the channel. And thank you again for stopping by the channel. I'll see you guys on the next review. Have a good one.